Onion? Why'd you capitalize the onion? Why don't you punctuate the onion?
Why didn't I?
You could put in quotations or maybe in italics because it's a title of a periodical. Technically periodical. We just have been reading the version back in the day. We'll punctuate that one. Like that accomplishments to a news article concerning obese Americans, the text utilizes the conventions of a United Nations resolution. This is interesting. I'm okay with this because I'm sure it is. But is it UN or MUN?
United Nations resolution. Oh, United Nations. Both. I mean, the MUN is based on.
Which is fine. On a personal level, you might put model UN, including a highly educated register, a heading composed of the signatories, cool. Sponsors and title, a perambulatory and operative clauses, half of which read official UN phrases to burlesque the Muslim terrorist group Ansar Allah. The resolution contains unexpected and Congress curricular language such as couch potatoes, lovely doviness, and badassery. Good. The reference to Western culture, specifically YOLO, and lyrics from All About That Bass are also similar to that guy. That would be, what would it be? Whoops. That one definitely be in italics. Are also paradoxical. Good. Considering the group's religious conservatism. Correct. So I think Islam supports bass. Moreover, the Onion article humorously reverses what is societally brave, like the resolution reverses the essence of the UN from humanitarian to anti-humanitarian, by having it ironically be written in perspective of the unrighteous group that is often the center of criticism in real UN resolutions. It's a super long sentence, but the punctuation is fine, so I like that. Satirical text hyperbolizes as Allah's euphemism as can be seen in Dieting Ta'is. Its contradiction, such as when Asnar Allah claims it is protecting the government from attacks with indiscriminate attacks and utilizes understatements as in a couple of. It's a lot going on in this sense, isn't it? Got hyperbolizing text,
contradiction,
euphemism, and contradiction.
I mean,
and utilizes it's fine. Understatements, which is true, but yeah, it's way too busy, that sentence. Even though it's not all wrong, it all relates to what you're doing.
I mean, as long as it's intelligible.
It is, but it almost undermines itself because it's difficult to read. Where this guy was long, had more of a focus, and just sort of became more fluid. It ridicules its logos, good, when the issue of unschooled children is solved by employing them as soldiers, and incorporates irony as well as it feigns that the reader is not aware that the, what is that?
It's the United Nations Refugee Agency. I don't know why the abbreviation is like this, but that's what it stands for.
Council for Human Rights.
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
like.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
UNCH. Okay.
When I mentioned the refugee agency, I think it's like interchangeable or something because when you look for the definition of it, it gives you the refugee agency.
Untrue. About Yemeni tourists, and when it presents as not Allah as a victim of cyberbullying, the above makes it so the text is actually lambast. Great word. Cool. I've seen that one. Satire should. Excuses for its malicious attacks, great word, not unlike the Onion News article dismantles obese Americans' arguments by satirizing them. Ultimately, the mock resolution groups incentive to piously humanitarian havoc. Nice. Cliche. It's also satirizing. The audience are the supporters of us not allowed to dissuade them, and those who are ambivalent towards the issue to trigger awareness. Alright, clear. Effective.
If you look over here, the signatories is -1. technically
It's
impossible.
impossible.
It's true.
Funny. Signatories are those that have agreed.
Yeah, that agree with the resolution.
So they don't even agree with it. Okay. Belligerent Asnar addresses good alliteration. It's entirely self-written resolution to the nations. Is this sort of a Melania Trump sort of thing?
It's
Are you saying they did write it, or
yeah,
maybe they didn't?
They wrote it entirely by
And
themselves. So
that's
like
why it's so bad.
no one, yeah, exactly.
Right.
No one supported them. So
General Assembly noting with satisfaction that its 2014 seeing this very agreeable. Viewing with the many Freedom Foundation admonishes of Aslan Law for responding with torture. Who's your MUN?
Ms. Hoffman and Mr. Edwards.
Have you showed this to him?
No, I feel like they would judge me so hard.
Yeah, maybe. They would probably judge you on like the resolution writing portion. I think he'd like it. I would hope he'd like it. I don't know if Miss Hoffman will get it. Not saying she would, but it should be sweet. Subjects are ruling in by unarmed couch potatoes and saucy tweens. It's great. It's really good that these could undermine this. Noting with inappropriate pride, it's great. So this is like more paradox, right? Potentially. Inhumane horror movie worthy in I like your hyphenated adjective there. Indiscriminate attacks against in your. This is always a fun thing, and it's okay to do in a situation like this. Too many adjectives in a row. It's fun. In fact, worthy indiscriminate attacks. And you have a facility count, which is 2, multiple. 2, 4, 2, 4. Attacks against the coalition with Saudi Arabia to protect the Yemeni government and its facilities from notorious inhumane harm. Good. And you repeat it.
Yeah, so it's like exact contradiction.
Good. Summit are led by the aforementioned parties, which have failed to classify themselves as birthday, wedding, baby shower, other corny play of words, which is fun. Numerous human rights allegations. I like that. Not denying its inexplicable consideration amassed of medical products labeled with insignia that to some could resemble those the International Committee of Red Cross designated for miserable citizens of dissident-controlled Thais, or that as Allah soldiers stationed on the frontiers of the SID dieting and medically detoxing Thais have developed a pleasant plumpness. That's good. Former President Ali Abdullah Saleh provision of a peaceful, cordial, brotherly, and satisfactory solution, which should be preserved by future generations with Saudi Arabia, with the reasoning that such lovely doviness kills the badass vibes of Okay. Proclaims that unschooled Yemeni children ought to be occupied learning basic life skills such as, this is horrible, AK-47 shooting,
Yeah.
ambulance raiding, intercepting food in dissident-controlled areas, and affirms that Asnarallah does and will continue educating them in these indispensable fields. It's nice. I said a word choice there, indispensable fields. Condemns. She's done really well with the requirements of the resolution.
And also, if you look, because these are paramilitary clauses, so they present the issue, but then they correspond exactly with the solutions. So
Yeah.
each paramilitary clause has a solution or should have a solution.
Condemns something which lowers its body image, makes it prone to comfort food benches, and it really results in its inflicting suicide on others. That's funny. That's really funny. It declares accordingly that the current Yemeni government, which cannot adequately protect its citizens from Asnarallah anyway, should immediately be brutally and ruthlessly overthrown to be placed with the Allah appointed Allah school, dagger strapped to his globally round torso, Muhammad al-Houthi. Is this guy overweight?
Look him up.
Alright. It's got a pretty cool name.
The first picture you find on Google Images is him with like a dagger on a belt.
Oh, this is inappropriate. It's like he's so plump that his dagger smashes his chin when reclined. Yeah, he looks like he wants to mean business, huh? Wow. Can't be comfortable. Well, I've never seen people that wear it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's why I was like, what? I had to include this.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just like, if you were to lean over, wouldn't the dagger just kind of stab him in the leg?
Yes, or other
Yeah, on the ground.
non-mentionables, yes. All right, so, okay. Cool reference. Because that is a bit weird. Encourage the international community to move at both ISNO and its rival coalition to continue to discover allegations of that investigation, bearing in mind that YOLO has proven to be scientifically accurate. You only live once. Investigations will hence be useless by resuscitating the couple of involved victims.
So understatement, yeah.
Good. Draws the attention to the truth that numerous pharmaceutical and first aid companies bear similar stigma, causing the latter to be insufficient proof and charging SNLI with the absorption of bread cross medical deliveries exceptionally shrewd, aim to finally overtake the despicable opposition-controlled titans. Cool. A lot of this satire is extremely context relevant. That his soldiers bear the non-derogable right to become the boys or like a little more booty to hold it. Oh, good Lord, did you really put that in there? Alright, I just have to read this. Order there's a non-derogable right to become borderline obese as boys. This is a quote from the song, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Funny.
Square root, like a square number will be positive. So H could never validate H would never be a sub problem because anything squared is possible.
Is this some sort of suggested homoeroticism as well? Is it?
Not intentionally. I just needed a quote like "accept your body," and so I looked up the song and I was like, "Well, this is the best I've got," so I put it in there.
All right. It's a whole other can of worms if it is, but you could argue. All right, that's funny. I'm sure Sir Mix-a-Lot probably would have worked there, but this is definitely open to multiple interpretations, so maybe even better. Endorses United Nations Refugee Agency's applauding of over 120,000 Yemeni tourists taking indefinitely prolonged sabbatical vacations to non-warring nations. Refugees, right?
Yeah.
Great. That's a really cool way to write that. Promises that when it's taking control of Yemeni government, al-Asma will be the object of yet more such lauding from the UN Human Rights Council. Good word. Vocab. It's great. Spent some time on it. It's got some keen detail. It's funny. Whoever thought that would have been funny?
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. Cool. It was very well done. Sophisticated, to say the least. All right. Thank you.